Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, I know what some of you might be saying. Lad, why are you playing this game? You don't play games like 2 times in a row. Well, you see, I was actually going to stream The Escapist. But I've been waiting to play this all week. And you see, I can't have multiple save slots. So this is the only time on stream where I can actually play it. And I wanted to play it. I'm not going to cancel Cause for Zero because of this. I'll control myself. Nor will I cancel my usual Saturday. Nor will I just switch out all of the games as for playing this. No, I'm not doing that. No, we're not doing that. But I am gonna play this. I'm just gonna go move Escapist to another day. Sorry, San Pancho. And then again, I haven't done anything on San Pancho, so it's not gonna be that bad. Scene transition. Give me boop boop. All right, continue. All right, so this is the police. I received this game on Saturday. First time I played it, I loved it, and we're back here again. I'm not gonna go explain what the game is. Just go watch the first stream. Go watch the first stream. Or if you don't want to watch the first stream, you can go. I think you can probably pick it up. What I'm doing here in a bit. Freeburg Tribune. Small drug dealers invade Freeburg. All City Hall employees were awarded company cars for personal use. Freeburg to host semifinals of Youth Hockey League. Freeburg hosting off-brand Olympics? Question mark. All right. I drank too much, and I don't think I can hold myself. Yes. Actually, wait, no. Because then I can go. He has professionalism of 320. Yes, but you better come tomorrow. Yes. So, okay, Vandal is our guy. We don't have a lot of officers. Okay. Pick this one out. Don't leave me be. Don't you leave me here. Oh, yeah. Please be advised that we are unhappy with the efficiency of the Freeburg Police Department. We're cutting the department's budget. Are you kidding me? Again?
Don't you leave me here.
Again?
If you must go,
okay.
Sweet mama,
with the fire someone?
please leave a dime for beer.
Sorry, Birch Jr. I don't want to fire Birch Jr.
Rooster cross. And the hen ran around.
City Hall cannot meet your request.
She said
can't get a job. I didn't get anything.
You'll have to run me down.
The hell does City Hall want? What do you want from me, you bastards? Ah, okay.
11 in progress.
Trespassing. Bill Buckler reports that 2 unidentified men snuck into his farm and set fire to the barn. As the call came in, the 2 criminals were attempting to gain entry into the house. Birch. Samadhi. Birch. Mariniac. Deputy. Best officers involved. Yeah, my other guy I hired quit. Investigations.
I followed you around from town to town.
I don't know why this is. I'm kind of surprised.
Don't you
no, that's fine. have I gotten anything about the arson? I don't think the arson's even complete. Yeah, I'm still... Yeah, I'm missing a frame, but I don't want to put that one in because I want this one to jump. Let's see how this arson goes and it plays out. So,
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a
there are those sides of the
situation.
criminals near the house. The front door seems to be broken into. The shadows lurk inside. I don't want to go out hands up. Go to the back door.
811 complete.
What? Birch Jr.'s dead? Well, Birch Jr. got fired.
911 in
Birch
progress.
Jr.'s dead? So, I had him fired, and then I got him killed. The drug addict attempted to hide an excessive bottle of liquor under his jacket when he was caught. He began throwing a fit. Birch, I'm sorry, your kid's dead. They're gonna have to still do your job. Sorry, not sorry that your kid's dead. I also need to hire a lot more officers for this shift. I only have 4 officers, 2 of which are only actually available. Can I hire any more? Just a percent. Jack, one of our new guys tried to rape our account. We locked him up at a hotel room, but he's threatening to hand the whole organization over to the police. I think it's time he talks to a police officer hand to hand. Oh, mate, I'm short on men. I can't be bothered to do your pettiness. What I need to do is I need to hire more men. Maxim Powers. Hire him for shift A. Hire him for shift A. City Hall.
911 complete.
Nice going, Birch. Bastard. Francis Birch Jr. Francis Birch. Jack, we have something going down at the city center at 6:39. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 1,000. 1,000? No, I'm sending men in. I'm sending men in. The Mafia doesn't do much for me, to be honest. It really doesn't. 1,000.
412 in progress.
Assault with a deadly weapon. A woman reports she saw a skinhead attacking a dark-skinned valet, striking him around the legs, yelling, "I'll beat you till you're dead, freak." No shit, I'm gonna do it. She believes that she saw a pistol sticking out of the skinhead's belt. Vandal, Mariac, Samadhi. Not sure if that's actually gonna be sent. Assault with a deadly weapon. Cohen, if they need reinforcements, they'll send them the other 2. Or send them Samadhi. I was... I'm so short on men. I would like to send in 3 officers, but if I send in 3 officers, I only have Birch do it, and Birch is so awful at what he does. Actually, it's only failed 1. Samadhi's failed 3, but he succeeded in 3, so I'm not gonna go fire him for that. Alright, failed 1, did 1, and did 6.
410A in progress.
Exactly. Okay, figured. I'm gonna give you guys Samadhi. I'm only gonna get. If I could send in SWAT, I would. Maybe a paddy wagon. There's a paddy wagon. City center, attempted murder. A man with an expensive suit is lying on the street. It seems that he's been shot, but no one saw who shot him or from where. The man is still alive, and an ambulance is on the way. Birch. This is probably the worst thing I could do.
412. Got a situation here.
Detective Berter. Okay. Detective Berter, City Center. The man that was just being placed on the stretcher when another shot rings out. This time the shooter finished the job. His firing position could not be determined, but the shots were clearly coming out from both transcripts. Left.
410A complete.
Fender escaped. Civilian killed.
910A in progress.
Jack, we don't know why he did it, but we hope he got a reason. Don't forget your defense. We don't know. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Attempted robbery. 8-year-old Kevin is at home alone, hiding under a bed. Unknown persons are gathered outside the apartment door. Kidding me. Okay. Birch, come back. Actually, I probably could wait for these other guys to come in. I'll send in Mariniac. Actually, I'll send in Vandal. Vandal and Birch. Birch really needs it. Arson. We got 3 new frames for the investigation. Seems stolen property. We got 1 new frame for the investigation. Wait. Restaurant. Yeah, the restaurant was closed before. He has the key. Bibles are kept in a safe under the bar. Investigations. The arson. Oh, there's like 3 new ones. Okay. Okay, theater management. An incident occurred during the screening of Jim Jarmusch's Stranger Than Paradise. The screen is ruined, and members of the audience suffered minor injuries, but unfortunately no one was hurt. A bottle was in their hand though, so though. I sat in the last row a few minutes before heard someone enter the room and slam the door. I was going to say something, but it's not a license. She ran away. There was much time to do anything. That must have been that. This. That. Ah! Secret's complete. Zoe Nosek, a student about a month ago, she unsuccessfully applied for an usher job at the Last Picture Show Theater. Yeah, boys. Arson, suburbs. You have to send in 2 officers and the lead investigator. Mariniac, Samadhi, go and finish your job. It shouldn't be long. I mean, it's only a successful shoot. It shouldn't be that bad.
I was trying to raise 10 or Sergeant Hotspot.
I can't send in more men.
910A.
I'm out of men. I would if I could. There, you guys did it anyway. There you go. Hey, Vandal. Vandal helped out, which is good. Okay. It's 3 a.m. Game freeze? Oh, okay. Offender caught. Offender caught. Oh, that's it. I was gonna say something else. Alright, well, that's the end of that. Okay. Case closed. Able to arrest all suspects. Beasley. We need this shift to come in. I need more men. So I'm gonna go do this. This shift, I'm gonna switch between shifts.
In my new role as corrupt official, I had to give up some of my favorite habits. I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing. But my weekly visit to the old Colony Club was more like tradition. One night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine, all mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored. And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals. When you're about to roll out of the club, you need to take a deep breath and count to 100. If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the
I had set once to update. Okay, my bad. I'm not gonna
alley
update.
at the old Colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party. My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut. That's how the newspapers described Vikas Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal underworld. He appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime. He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power. He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas. But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters. Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Well, you know my name. I'm flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners. Like they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this. Don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
Oh, you exaggerate. But is Freeburg always so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn and look around. But I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners. After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers. This city of yours moves so fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines all over again. You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell, I'm a little stoned right now. It's the only way to live in this place. I like your city, Jack. I'm here to stay.
If it weren't for the phone number written on my arm, I probably wouldn't have remembered the conversation in the morning. But there was no reason to worry. I'd be getting a reminder soon.
Oh, so there are multiple bosses that we can chat with. Oh, it's fun. Great priest to be appointed head of Freeburg Orthodox Church. Orthodox priest brides mayor. Student volunteers to help. Student volunteer to help farmers. Or students volunteer to help farmers. I can't read.
My morning ritual was plagued by the smell of Vicus Vargas' fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vicus was right there in my living room. When I finally realized the smell was coming from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never. You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine.
Fine. He sounds like a kid. Like a
The morning
he's like a
seemed
5-year-old where his
surreal,
mom wants to
and
take
I
him to
took
the
in the
beach.
magic.
Fine.
Why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel. But no, this was no dream. The silence was real. The sound of the engine was real. The dust was real enough, too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky.
Oh god. Well then. This is quite the place you got here. Lots of rugs and nice ships.
I didn't know you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child. Took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack, but not like you, oh, Jack. You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Jack. I know about the 500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
Look, I don't know what was said between you and Kendrick, but it sounds like you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster, Maurice Bell, when he was a sprightly 30. At 69, I'd begun to think my war had passed me over. But my time has come at last. Tomorrow, Vicus Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
So, we're talking about Varga now.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
Varga
I guess it means whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
I'm late for work, Mr. Sand.
You know, Jack, I could just give you $500,000 right now, cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack. And I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it. And call me.
Well then.
Like I said, it's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits. One of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me. Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
I think drawing, nope. Help Sand or help Varga? Oh. Oh man. Help Sand or Varga? I don't want to help either of them. I kind of just want to see them duke it out, to be honest, and just watch from the sidelines. Maybe I'll Varga. I'm kind of leaning towards Varga. Because Sand seems like a cool guy. I mean, although he's old, he's reached towards the end of his life. He's sick. He's almost 70, and Varga's already taken out bosses and everything. I think I'm gonna help out Varga. I have a feeling there's gonna be some plot twist and Nickel Sand just keeps it all and just buys out the entire city.
Tell him it's Boyd.
I'm too tired. I can only walk straight and go home. No. No. You don't even work that much. Donut. You gonna move to A shift? Chopping. No. Nocturne and B major. Here's your week's salary. City Hall hopes we don't disappoint. Tomorrow's gonna be today. Don't let anything happen to him until then. Okay, here. Oh yeah, one of these guys wanted to work probably out of senator or something. Leaving work, Jack caught the sight of a scarecrow with a dagger through its eye. The handle is engraved with the S. Mr. Sand does not like me very much. City Hall. Can't request anything. Fair, okay, it's sounds they don't have the, Varga, more than likely, yeah. Homicide. Yeah, these are the same. You don't change between shifts, that's department-wide.
311B in progress.
Massive fight. We received a call from the club manager who said that a brawl broke out in the main hall with over 20 men. Security are keeping back, and some of the combatants are carrying knives. Several wounded and already lying on the dance floor. But no one knows why they have SWAT, Wagon, Kochi, Donut, Kingston. Wait, no. Kochi and Donut with Austin and Asana. Wait, no. And Hoskin. I'm sending those guys. I'm sending these bad officers with Kochi because, well, Kochi is the only one with a stripe in this shift, this battalion, this group. So I'm sending SWAT in the paddy wagon, and it's over 20 guys, so we're probably gonna have to arrest, maybe say like arrest half of them, or arrest all of them.
I was trying to raise 10 1 Sergeant.
You need reinforcements. You're kidding me, right? Bun, donut. You're getting bun and donut. You could possibly not need any more. Assault. Two teens walking their dog got into an argument. Eventually, one of them unleashed the dog on the other. The police were called by a girl who was riding a bicycle nearby. Kingston. I think Kingston. Yeah, Kingston could take it. I think Kingston could take it. It's a dog assault, not a gun assault, so I think it'd be fine. I hope this fight thing gets resolved. Reinforcements are arriving.
311B, Cortez in progress.
Offenders caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. See? And they all get like 10.
Officer on scene.
The boy is struggling on the ground, barely holding off an angry dog that's trying to grab him by the throat. Hit the dog. Hit the dog with the taser? I feel like if I hit him with a taser, it's gonna kill the dog. Okay? If you pull him on the collar, that won't help anything. I don't think. That'll probably only choke the pulse, right? If you shoot it in the air, I don't think that's gonna do it. The dog lets the boy escape, and its owner starts to flee. Run after him.
412A.
Kidding me? Really, Kingston? Okay, well, you saved the civilian. You saved the civilian. Fair enough. Parishioner Maria Serpentine reported sounds of gunshots inside a church. A bearded man in a hat entered the confessional, and then a minute later heard a few gunshots. And the man calmly left the booth, took his hand and his hat, and crossed himself, and he sat down on the pew. I think he's praying. Yancey and Purdy. These guys should be coming back, so any calls on there will hold off. Where's my SWAT team? Is my SWAT team just like gone for the entire day? Okay, there we go. My guys are back. These guys have arrived.
Cortez in progress.
Homicide. Offender escaped, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Loot found in non-automatic weapons. What's that? Ask the mafia to sell it or bring it to the police. Bring it to the police station. Bring it back to the station. See if we can go find the bastard. Maybe open up an investigation. Attempted murder. Linda Howard. Her words slurred so that the dentist paralyzed her face during her latest visit. The monster stuck me with some kind of poison. Arrest him. It's a hospital. And it's quote-unquote attempted murder. Officer Munn. Officer Munn, go in. I think this is... I feel like this woman has never heard of anesthesia in her life. So... I'm gonna go send in a legal officer. Now, granted, this can go horribly wrong, and it could have been actually a dentist wanting to kill someone. But given that situation, I have a feeling it's anesthesia.
Cortez complete.
The girl was injected with normal painkillers. Yeah, I figured. It's a hospital. Alright.
1011B is progress.
Terrorism. The Sands Arena. It's for the Sands Arena. An ice cream vendor notices a suspicious black bag, which has been lying unsupervised on the bench for the past few hours. Kochi. Donut. Yancy. No. Kochi. Asano. Austin. Hoskin. I wish I could send in SWAT, but I can't, so in compensation, I'm gonna go send in Purdy. I'm gonna send in all guys. Or as many as I can. 'Cause I can't get a SWAT team. 3 months back, I have 4 officers in my school. It's even stolen property. You've gotten 1 frame.
We've got a situation
Officers arrived on the
here.
scene and observed that there's something moving inside the bag.
1011B.
Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilians unharmed. 100. No new frames found. So it has to be with this. Hell. I don't know. I don't know. This seems the most logical to me. Because obviously, this is what happened afterwards. This is what happened before. Or unless. Oh, I can't move that one. Yeah, I can't move that one. I heard a few muffled shots. I don't remember the car, the neighborhood was quiet, I never heard any shots. The neighborhood was quiet. Hearing that he was right, so it can't be this pickup truck. Because I feel like this car would be a lot more silent. I went to buy medicine where I was almost hit by some idiot's car. I don't know. Can I assign more guys on this? I don't think I can. Detectives. Assign Beasley to this one. I'm gonna go check out the stolen property one. Is that, what is that? Okay, that's the key. Is that's not right. Because I can't move these ones. So, yeah, he opens it up with the key, he enters, and then he takes something from the vault. Moser, put you on the scene. Put you onto this investigation. A city hall liking me. Not much, gotcha. Alright. Any other? Okay, that way. Is this another? Okay, the beta. Okay, so switch back. Shift A. Everyone should be good. Francis Kendrick won't succeed as Jack Boyd. Yeah, he's kind of dead. Corn monument to be demolished by summer's end. I will bring order to the police station. Says that as he cuts the budget twice for right police station. Today they're offering me free admittance to all museums in the city. I'm a big fan of art and I have the day off. We'll do it to make the bastard happy. No. No. I need you for the investigation. If you are doing nothing in investigation, sure, go ahead. I wouldn't care. But no, I assign you to an investigation, and go work on the investigation. Go pay with it with your salary. Freiburg's first mafia war in decades has spread chaos amongst the streets. Mayor criminal gangs vie for power, and the outcome of the struggle is impossible to predict. One thing is certain. A couple weeks from now, only one family funeral of Miss Barton. This woman is an honor service in the city. Accomplished. Keep up the good work and make sure your final days at the Freiburg Police Department are comfortable. Yeah, you want to make me more comfortable? If you could stop cutting my men. Attempted murder. A passerby rang the police when he saw a naked man running through the street, pursued by a woman carrying a large kitchen knife. The woman was shouting, "Cut you, fucking man." Jesus. Okay. Donut and birch. Both of you are tired. Varga stirred up some punks, and they went and attacked the family's right at the barbershop. We've already sent our own men, but we don't know how many scumbags are up against. Join the party, we don't get in our own way. I'm neutral on this. You guys go do your own thing. I don't want to see it. I'm not wasting my men. I'm not wasting my men to go fight. Offender caught. Officers been harmed. An unknown vehicle struck librarian Klimek Kaulinski at a pedestrian crossing and drove off. The victim was found dead on the scene. I take one of the off the investigations. Detectives. Moser, you can get off the investigation. Meanwhile, back at PD. Can't hire. I want to hire another investigator, but I can't. You're only gonna get a lead. I just need a lead in this ready investigation anyway. I just want this call. Sands need help in the suburbs. Mr. Sands' nephew looks out his window and saw some of Varga's men smashing one of his cars. Looks like someone needs to remind them that that kind of behavior is illegal. The investigation started. I'll look over it when it gets to its place. If it's anything to do with the Sands, if it's anything to do with the gang war,
More testing in progress.
a massacre. A massacre? A girl entered Eddie's Burgers, ordered a Diet Coke, and started shooting at the other customers with a handgun. The cashier called the police, and in the background there were gunshots and screams. Meanwhile, the crazed young woman is shouting, "I hate family." Vandal, Birch, Samadi. Go in, boys. I mean, it's called a massacre, so that title alone implies I should probably police. Mr. Varga gave us new sports cars, so we're going for a joyride. Now suddenly out of the blue, we're being chased by a damned helicopter. I don't want to help either. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Go back, boys. wonder what happens if you stay neutral.
Night testing in progress.
City center. An alarm came in from an armored truck. Armed men have blocked the street, shot out the armored truck's tires, and are trying to seize the bags of money. What the hell is going on with the city? 2 men. Samadhi. 5 officers. 5 officers, 2 of which have 2 stripes. I don't think a SWAT team would be entirely necessary for this, but I would like to have one, but I can't have one because I can use it once a day.
Officer in progress.
Narrow street is blocked by 2 vans near the armored truck. 3 armed masked men are surrounded the truck, and one of them is carrying a blowtorch. On the roof of one van is a 4th criminal who shouts something to his accomplices when he sees the officers. Colonel's taking their off. Cover. Offender caught. Officers unarmed. I feel like if I went out on the offensive, I would have gotten people killed. I don't want to get people killed. Especially when I have 2 of my best officers out for the shift. Fight. A night watchman during his rounds followed some noises and discovered several homeless people fighting it out over a bundle that was lying on the ground. Donut. I would send. I probably maybe should have sent in Powers too. I saw like I didn't realize that it said homeless people, like as in plural. I honestly thought it was only gonna be like 2. That's what I was thinking. Some of Stan's men have pinned to stand in the alley, we're aiming for the main. Mrs. Vargas said we can go to for him. No. I'm not helping either of you. I'm curious to what happens if you don't help either of them.
I was trying to raise 10 1 Sergeant hot spot.
The situation's more serious. You're kidding me, right? Powers, Birch. That's all you're getting. Okay. Hit and run. We got 3 new frames. No new frames detected. Homicide. No new frames. Really? This says no new frames. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So, it had to have been shot with him with a silencer. Yeah, they shot like a machine gun a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan. I mean, I don't think you can use a sedan in a pickup truck. It's kind of hard to do. I only heard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time recently. There's been a lot of cursing and carrying on. That's very helpful, though. I remember the car in the neighborhood was quiet. There were shots. The police, he says, Since this is what I think, vice versa. I don't know. It would have to be this. This is the only one I can think of. Receiving stolen property. This is no new ones. Can't be this one because it said it was closed. I mean, he would have to pull up. He would have to open the door. Yeah, these are what's the most. These are what is most logical to me. Homicide. Wait, this is what we just did. Hit and run. 3 frames. Okay. This dark-colored car comes tearing around the corner, hopped the curb and kept on going. Knocked the man over. Didn't even slow down. Not long before the crime, I kicked a couple of drunks at the bar. They were having a fight with some of the regulars. So, 3 days ago, Dad, victim's daughter. Dad had a fight at work with a couple of young people who were causing a ruckus in the library. The whole thing almost came to a blow. They threatened him before they left. I saw 2 people come in the car. They went right by me. The man in the passenger seat had a beard. Klimek thought that he was being followed. He said that he saw guys everywhere, so it looked like someone followed him at the library. Definitely have to be this. I'd rather the frames. Offender caught, officers unharmed. Birch is now at average. There we go. Sand has had decades to strengthen his position in the city, but that doesn't mean that his grip can't be broken. Take care that Varga is ahead on points after 2 weeks in the war and successfully carry out at least half of his jobs. One more thing, just so Sand doesn't start suspecting you betrayed him, don't let Varga get too long on points. If Sand is out of the lead for 3 days in a row, it'll cost you your life. So it's a no winner. Let us help both. Be two-faced. That's what you're telling me. Alright. Kochi's shift B. Mayor's nephew expressed desire to become FPD chief. City crime rate increased by 31%. Freeburg Farbers report record crimes. Crime rate is up by 31%. I'm too tired, I can really walk straight. Fine. You've been saying it for multiple days. He's been saying it for multiple days, so I guess we're consistent. Our people are scouting ahead of Mr. Sands' movements, and we spotted a punk carrying a gun. I sent 3 of my worst. I'm kind of curious of what happens to get more. Because, I mean, now that they say, oh, there's points. Destruction of property of the Constitution 2008. The attendant at the arcade called in a complaint about 2 teenagers who broke the steering wheel off the turbo nitro machine. They're currently fleeing the scene. Kochi Hoskin. Saying those in so I can get Hoskin's professionalism up. Oh, it's like instant. The wife of the mayor's press secretary loves choral singing. Today's her birthday, so please send some men with good voices. Fine. Mon, Yancy. Keep going. It's men. Right, they send it. I mean, I would say to Kingston. Kingston looks like a guy with a good voice, but... This is what I have to do for the city.
12 complete.
What's up? Offender caught, officers unharmed.
1113 in progress.
Illegal arms sale. Eyewitness reports that a man is selling weapons in the street right off the trunk of his car. Someone is getting shot every night around here. We finally need to do something about it. Led by... Actually, I'm going to leave that going a little longer just so I can see if I can get Kochi back. Because I want to send in Kochi along with Austin, Asano, and Purdy. Maybe Hoskin as well. Let's get this guy back. There we go. So, Kochi. Leading with Kochi, followed by Austin, Asano, and Hoskin. Because I want to get all their stuff up. And then Purdy and Kingston will leave the station. Vargas need help. Okay, only one officer, thank God. Mr. Vargas told us to bring in a van full of fruit, but Sad's been caught up with her driver on the bridge and throwing out the shipment into the river. Maybe he can get quickly enough to save. Yeah, so there's a Varga thing. Why fruit? Like, seriously, why fruit? Maybe that's what they make their money off of. They just get, like, illegal shit. Illegal fruit. Used to make them drugs, mate.
511 in progress.
Firefight. Ford.
Trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant, hot spot.
Refuse. You're dealing with the men you have. Should be fine, yeah, exactly. It's like, it's 4 men. Civilian killed. Non-automatic weapons. Get back to station. Civilian killed. What's the situation? Dock workers sighted several armed men making their way between some cargo containers. Soon after, he heard several shots and some screams. The precise number of armed men is unknown, but port officials are saying at least 5 people. If it no longer, let's see if I can get my officers back, then we'll go send them in with the paddy wagon, along with Kingston. Get my comrades back. One guy. One of our minor deliveries got intercepted by some fucking punks. Boxes of towels, napkins, and various cooking utensils that were supposed to go to the ranch are now scattered across the highway like a circus show. They're having a laugh and making us look like clowns. We're not too broken up about the town, so we need to teach us punks a lesson. Get my kids back. Okay. Kochi and Kingston, followed by Asano, Austin, switching out Kingston for Hoskin. We're gonna keep with this group all day. Going with SWAT team just in case it's towards the end of the day anyway. Kingston, you go in and take care of this. Ulrich Viber, Solar Center. Mr. Boyd, I feel bad to coming to you again, but you're really the only one who could help me with this. Those records by X sued me for. Well, I got them back, of course, but this could be for nothing. But her big-nosed brother had his sights on me. They didn't even hire a private detective who's been at my store 3 days straight. Now he's had the audacity to come to my house and accuse me of the record's disappearance. I don't even know if he has any evidence, but the risk is too high. Can you scare them both? Make sure you stop poking the noise. I don't have the men, mate.
1210 in progress.
Suspicious individual, Everyday Mall. Former psychiatric patient Laboco Clark called the police because a maniac was harassing people at the mall. To look, there's a killer on the loose who was stopping nothing. All my guys are out.
Officer on scene.
The police detachment arrived at the scene and found 3 corpses and 6 criminals armed with automatic weapons surrounding a cargo container. The criminals spotted the police, and 2 of them were already rushed to escape. The remaining criminals are hiding inside the shipping container.
511 complete.
Offender caught, officers unharmed. Loot found, cocaine. Station. Do anything about it. Want me some cocaine. Kevin's throat bar. The guys are outside having a beer and Sans people opened a fire at us. Aren't the police supposed to do something? I'll need my guys to come back and they're gonna see what to do about it.
1210 complete.
The man's suspicions were aroused by a shopping center employee wearing a costume. He was dressed as the hero from the movie Dressed in Blood. He was pretending to menace visitors as part of the fun, but he wasn't going to kill him. I kind of had a feeling about that too. But I was like, I'm going to send him out anyway. Officer Austin. Officer Austin, you better go in right now and take care of the bloody situation. Alright, receive stolen property. Homicide. No, different. I don't know what to do about this homicide one. I really don't. Stolen property. Detail. There we go. Ning He, Chinese immigrant, hasn't officially worked anywhere for the past 10 years. Thank God. Asano in Kingston. A year ago, Ning became the owner of the house. The house was listed as a gift on his tax return. Swap. Not a good swap necessary anyway. Meanwhile, for the investigations, they're gonna max out. Soap. Being assigned to this one, I want to get this homicide done. If it's not gonna be done, I'll just archive it. I want to see the arrest happen before anything. Alright. Receiving stolen property. Offender caught. Able to arrest all suspects. Perfect. Oh, I don't want to arrest him. Two to two. Oh ho ho ho. Yeah, good. So we're back to shift A. Back to bloody shift A. City police chief, not elected position, says Mayor Rogers. Really? I never knew that. Mayor versus commitment to nepotism. Okay. Okay. If my nephew wants to lead the police, I support him. Totally didn't bribe me for that, but they didn't bribe me like a gajillion dollars for it. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Birch, yeah, I'll send Birch out. Birch has been tired consistently. Fine, yes, okay. Oh, I have to give it to these guys. Oh wait, I was gonna give it to Donut, but Donut's out. So I'll give it to Mariniak. I kinda wanted to give Mariniak the stripe anyway. So play this one. What meets Bob? Tomorrow I'm gonna go buy more things. Can I request legacy? Officers. More officers, more detectives. Hire female cops. Considering certain recent events, we are obliged to grant some confessions to make sure that you at least half your staff at the police station is women. Women. You're kidding me. Okay, fire all blacks. Next day, I have to replace half my force.
411 progress.
How the hell do you expect me to do this? When I can't hire any. There are not even enough females. Only 3. I mean, I would. I really would. My problem, there just aren't. I mean, this shift has like 3, 4. 3. This shift has more women. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. No, it's 50-50. Not counting detectives. This one's pure men. That's the women on it died. I would do it, but I just can't. A taxi driver heard someone screaming, noticed a few people gathering on the bridge as he was driving past the fort. He stopped to see if anyone needed help. As he approached the man, he was threatening to throw himself and his 2 children into icy water below. Jason left us. I lost my job at the house. There's no way we'll survive. It's better if everything just ends down. The taxi driver, it looked like suicide. Mariniak, along with Samadhi. And a 2 situation.
10 in progress.
Breaking and entering. Elderly man, speaking in a raspy whisper, just reported a break-in. There's someone in my house. They're pounding on the door. They're about to go downstairs. Powers, Vandal, Sobel. Go. All three. I should have probably only sent in like 2. I don't have any other officers. Hopefully this suicide attempt 1 wraps up. I can't rely on that.
210. Looks like we have a situation.
2 tearful
here.
boys, clearly in a state of shock, are standing dangerously close to the edge of the bridge. Beside them, their drunk and distraught father is slowly pushing the children closer. Don't be upset, my friend. Tell me about your husband. Wait a minute. Their drunk and distraught father is slowly pushing the children closer towards the precipice. What the hell's a precipice? Yeah, tell me about your wife. Wait, no. Everything's gonna be fine. A strong gust of wind almost blows one of the children off, but he has recovered the last load and stumbled upon the ground. The man slurs his words, saying there's no point in delaying the inevitable. The children have their whole lives in front of them and can't make decisions. Think about what you're doing. There are people that care about you. Point this man to no, that doesn't help anything.
411.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I thought he died. Okay. Civilians unharmed, officers unharmed, defender caught. Okay. Get my guys back, and then I'm gonna send him straight out. What is this? Let me go read it. Secretary Abigail Jones told the police that her boss, Martin Quebec, returned for a meeting in quite a state. When he entered, he took a bag of white powder from his safe and shut the door. He is now yelling incessantly and making a scene, demanding that his secretary deliver him a head of a unicorn or he'll cut her throat with a letter opener, then go after the rest of her family. Disorderly conduct. So he got high off cocaine. Lovely. Lead. A young drunken biker broke into a church, rode around between the pews and defiled the sacred crucifix and led the scene. Vandalism. Destruction of property. Entering. There's no one except the dogs in the house. They were scratching at the door because they wanted to get inside. You're fucking kidding me! I sent 3 officers for that! Old bastard. I'm gonna send a Marinik. Marinik can do it by himself. Stan needs help. Octopus Restaurant. A member of the family was out of the restaurant having dinner with a secret lover, but because the affair was secret, he was light on protection. And one of Vargas' agents was able to slip a grenade into the room. This is a job best handled by the police official. Slip a grenade into the room. Powers. Samadhi. Stupidly short. Structure the property investigation has started. I'll read it when we get stuff. The offender escaped, officers unharmed. Loot found, cocaine. What happens if I bring it back to the station, what actually happens? Anything? Hire female cops. I really would. But I need more cops. I need the cops for them to actually be better than my current cops. And I need to actually have the slots for them. Because I'm not going to fire them illegally. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. Send your staff to training. I mean, Beasley's my best detective. Stovall's my best officer. Oh wait, yeah. I don't know, Stovall. Marinik and Bandal. I wish I could only send him 1. Can't.
710 in progress.
Hostage situation. You're fucking kidding me. Man wearing a suit walked into a lobby of the bank, locked the doors, and proceeded to kill several customers. He never said a word. He just started firing at people. Reported one eyewitness. A dozen people remain inside the building, and the criminal's demands are as yet unknown. I need my guys to be back. At least these 2. Then I can go send out SWAT. Stovall, Powers, Samadhi, SWAT, go. I don't think that's exactly good enough, but it's what I get. Sandy and Saltari helped out Sand. A sweet girl named Anna is one of our key assets in the large accounting firm. She just got home from work, found her house on fire. And the asshole that started it was still standing around admiring their handiwork. Wouldn't it be pretty if someone cracked open their skulls and tossed them into the flames? Oh, excuse me. Ooh. No, burps.
I was trying to raise 10 1, Sergeant Hot Spot.
Hostage situation with a fatal casualty. I'm gonna send in Vandal. Vandal's a lot better. I still need at least one officer here so I can dispatch. Oh. Our guys usually meet up at an abandoned building at the end of the day to go over the score. But Sam figured out where we met and turned the whole building into a fire trap. We're trying to get our friends out before the whole building goes up. We need professional help. Short of men.
7 can be complete.
Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Perfect. Christ, I have hiccups now. Alright, after these guys come back, I can actually deploy them for both. Oh, there we go. Master clicks. Excuse me. Hiccups. Ah, this. Oh god, I hope these hiccups are like gonna go on for the rest of the night. You've got 3 new frames. Hit and run. I got 3 new frames. Homicide. No new frames found. I'm archiving it. I'm archiving this investigation. Reopen the case. Okay. I've been going to Sunday service for 36 years, and this is the first time I've ever seen such a disgrace. Some crazy young man on a motorcycle drove straight to the doors of God's temple and began running around shouting blasphemy. He even dared raise his hand to the Holy Father Nunez. It was with the youth these days. It all happened so quickly. The guy drove straight through the pews, crushing a parishioner. Then looked into the confessional and threw in a bottle. Then he ran up to me and shouted, "The devil sits in the roof of the church." And he shoved me. I fell down to the floor and the crazy man started shouting, "My hand is as hard as stone, I'll knock you out of the saddle." See. Then he threw out his helmet at the cross above the altar and sped away. I was at the confessional when it happened. I was waiting for Father Nunez to finish my sermon so he could hear me. I have sinned so much this week. As I was sitting in the confessional, I heard a noise of an engine like a motorcycle. Then the roar. The man shouted, "Come, Lucifer, do not hide from me." A few seconds later, a young man in the black leather jacket opened the door to the confessional and yelled, "I will seek out the devil wherever he may hide," and threw the bottle at me. The shards struck my face. At the crime scene, we found a black helmet with a white spot on top. On the pavement near the floor, we found traces of 3 motorcycle tires. Alright, so this one definitely has... No, this one goes second. This one goes first. He never... Oh yeah, he did hold someone. This would be the end. This would be the father being held, followed by him running out. Maybe we'll put this one over here, and then he does... Put her over here. Wait for 4 guys to come in. So now with the destruction of property being open, and I now have my resources basically freed up. I'm gonna send in Soap in for this, as well as Beasley. I don't have any water either. That doesn't help. Alright. In the 4-4. All right, after this, we're gonna help out just sand only, so we, you know, make some stuff interesting. All right, you guys are back. The burrito. How in God's name are you not like healed up on energy? 86% of residents oppose the demolition of the corn monument. Excuse me. Businessmen express desire to leave city. Movie production studios may appear in Freeburg. Businessmen want to leave movie production studios in. Okay. Before I do anything, I'm gonna go get some water real quick. Go fill up my bottle for the hiccups. Oh, I'm back. Some friends of mine asked me to help out their animal shelter. They're badly staffed, and I have no. You can't have the day off. You love it so much. Go work it there then. There. Ludwig van Beethoven. Hire one more detective. Whoa. Excuse me. Benny Cross. Oh, let's see. SWAT. Enter SWAT team. We'll work 2 times a day. Work 2 times a day. Please. They can hire one more officer. Perfect. Amazing. Okay, there we go. Who do I need it more for? 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shift A needs it. Yeah, we'll go hire one. They said they want me to hire women, so I'll go hire women. Which shift needs something? That's 3 and 3. Oh, I'll hire her for shift A. We can just use next day. Go. You're kidding me. You're at a fucking elementary. The Sands family main attorney is under guard around the clock, and that goes double for his children. But before we can pick them up from school this morning, some of the Varga punks kidnapped them. We don't know how the Varga found them, but they live under false names. Anyway, you'll need to act quickly. You haven't gone very far. Munn. Austin. Munn. Austin. Go. We're gonna help out only Sand here, because if Sand will kill me if he realizes that I haven't helped out Varga.
11A in progress.
A fight at Freeburg Elementary. 2 senior students. Senior students. Wait, hold. It's an elementary school, but it has a chemistry class. Come on. Why? 2 seniors are fighting in the middle, right in the middle of their chemistry class. Their teacher, Dolores Ponger, first tried to calm them down, but when she attempted to separate them, she was poking the eye. Do you guys not have a school resource officer? Kingston. Officer. Yeah, I'll send an officer. Officer Kingston ever done very much. Should have probably sent in the, yeah, Kojina Sun would have been a better one, actually. Get the Sun as the thing up. The Museum of Feelings and Fine Art. At night, a little-known painting, but a Dutch master de Vroom, recently shown for the first time, displays in the museum. One of the museum windows is broken, and there's brick lining the floor. Frito. Come on, the burrito.
1111B in progress.
Drug sale, St. John's Hospital. Miss Dunbar said that the nurse tried to sell her drugs right at the hospital. I went to the doctor after I broke my arm. The nurse heard me complaining about my pain and waited until the doctor left. Then she started telling me about the pills she could get me. Better than Vitakin, according to her. Send the sign. I'm not going to take this very seriously. Every time I hear something about drugs and hospital, I'm not taking it seriously. I'm just not going to. Offenders caught, officers unarmed. Someone's going to juvie. Or actual jail. Oof. Read it when it has frames. Fires need help. Sorry, but I kind of want to read this anyway. One of our guys broke into the apartment at Sand. The owner returned home and said something was wrong. Gone. Our man is still hiding it somewhere in there. We could just go in there and get him, but it would be a distraction. It could be a great distraction. Why'd you bastards do it? Seven and 2.
1111B.
Offender escaped. Oh, it was actually drug sale. And cocaine. I'm gonna go sell it. I'm curious what happens if you go sell it. Mr. Boyd, I'm a wealthy man, and I'm concerned about the fate of our fair city. I would like to fund three additional officer positions at your police department. But I must make one condition. My adopted son is to take one of the jobs. Of course, he needs to hire him under any conditions. Percy seems to have an alcohol problem. Okay, I'll just never send him for anything. I never said I'd put him in action. Put 2 slots. So that means to compensate for Percy being on B, I can hire you for shift. I'll hire that lady. I don't know why I can't hire her. I want to hire her. Because I'm kind of aiming for the City Hall thing. I want to try it, at least. Percy, I just won't send for anything. Then I can't fire him.
910B in progress.
I can't fire him, but it doesn't mean I can't, you know. Never just use it. Like, unless it's like something like singing or something. But I'll just like send him for that. Parking valet just called in and reported that a girl exited the expensive car and was approached by a man wearing a hood who threatened her and took her bag. Kochi, come on. Sans need help at some time. Some goods robbed the Hafsa store, one of our family's members, right off the street. The driver called us from a nearby payphone, but the wind couldn't actually do anything. From the description we got, it sounds like a Vargas man. If you get there, hold on to them from us. Don't hurt them too much. Just make sure they don't let them escape. You're supposed to. Austin and Senna. The nice thing about this is that they'll actually just get it done. Of the professionalism. Diamond Dog State Penitentiary. Older prisoner, tired of eating the food served by the prison cafeteria, made his way to the kitchen with a shiv, intent on the word of the chief. The guard called the police as he is reluctant to enter the kitchen in fear for the... Don't you bastards have a SWAT team? Why do I have to do this? This is your guys' problem, not mine. Officer Purdy. Wait, hold on. How do you... Okay, so if I do this successfully, how do you arrest him if he's already been arrested? Also, I didn't even know Freeburg had a penitentiary. Which one is it?
Looks like we have a situation here.
The kitchen floor is decorated with broken plates and an overturned pan filled with muddy slush. An elderly prisoner is sitting on the stool, dipping his hand into a pot of slush and shoving it towards the cook's face. You try eating this shit. You're lucky you got fed at all. Let's cook something up. It only takes a minute. Predator caught. Civilian killed. How? It's a shiv. Come on. It's a shiv. Get him. I'm kind of curious. Today we welcomed some new recruits into our ranks. While we were performing the initiation ceremony, we had one man standing lookout. Sans' people rushed the poor guy, set up on fire, and are standing to watch him die in agony. Someone has to do something to stop him. But Sanderson gets pissed. Apparently, if I don't help Sand, then he's the only one that can actually kill me somehow. Not very good. I mean, they both know where I live. So... Crime Trap. I'm gonna actually buy one of these tomorrow at 10. Tomorrow at 10, I'm gonna send Percy. Cause like I kind of want him dead. I like Percy. I can't fire him. So have to be this. Hey, Mr. Campos. I walk the museum every hour. The alarm is off. City Hall will allocate the money to fix it. I didn't hear the glass breaking. It's a big museum. When I went down this way again, it was already early morning. The window was broken and the canvas is cut from the frame. There was no trace of it around the brick lying on the floor. Parking lot was empty all night. In the morning, a cyclist went past on the tube with the tube on his shoulder. The guy slowly rolled into the parking lot, then left his bike for a couple of minutes and went out of sight. Then he came back onto the bike and left. Bram van der Hof, art school student. I suffer from insomnia and often go cycling around the city late at night. I took a tube and some other equipment so I wouldn't have to go back home before my morning classes for art school. I've stopped at the museum to pee. I admit it. I like to mark the corner of the building. Imagine one day at work we can inside. Teacher, it is lectures of the works of the Dutch masters Bram van der Hof always sharply criticize the works of the room. He dismissed the legendary artist's overpriced mediocrity. Mediocrity. And was very amused when an unknown Devroom painting was discovered in the city dump. When he said it was already in its proper place. He was less than amused when he learned that the Devroom's painting happens hung in the museum. I wouldn't be surprised if it was brought new broken to the museum, sold the painting to burn it, or cut it into tiny pieces. The glass is almost completely broken out. A grown man could easily climb through the window and not cut himself. Most of the shards are lying in the pavement outside the museum. Put those in. Destruction of property. We got 2 new frames. Oh wait, no. This and that. Wait, no, he said it was, this is supposed to be the guy in the confessional. No, this is the father. Okay, yeah, being shot. No, then he threw his hammer across the altar and sped away. Okay, so this is second. Okay, the father has it in order. So he drove straight through the pews and almost crushing a parishioner. Looked into the confessional and threw the bottle. Then he ran up to me and shouted, "The devil sits on the roof of the church," and he shoved me. I fell on the floor and the crazy man shouted, "Da, da, 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 da." This isn't gonna work. Okay, so I need new frames. Probably for this one. Because that one says he held him rather than actually just throwing a bottle and calling it a day. So, just to remind myself of that... Take this one out. Any stats on the theft? Oh no, yeah, it's art one. I just did that one. Let's end the day. 6, 4, leader. We gotta get Vargas up then. I mean, Sam will be off my ass then. Percy's out of it. We're gonna keep this shift again. Keep this shift again so we can get Percy killed. Former City Hall employee admits official unemployment data far from reality. Rogers is responsible for Freeburg PD breakdowns. Good. Mayor Rogers, I will bring orders. Yeah, he said like for 7 million. Also, we get our new music. By 31st. Finding Stovall. I must pick the wrong shift. Snag it. Wait. Percy's at shift B. I do him the shift A. I'll just have to do Sands Ranch. Tomorrow. Another tomorrow.
Check in progress.
Disorderly conduct. I need to keep track of time so I won't actually get my killed. Elderly Emma Weston called in a complaint about her neighbors. The house is shaking from loud sounds of dashing metal and roars of turbines accompanied by some strange beeping noise. Through the window she saw some people moving around. Marinick. Wait. Go in, boys. Yeah, boys. Hire female girls. Tomorrow's deadline.
7 testing in progress.
Broadville Asylum. Hostage situation with a fatal casualty. Patients at the local asylum rebelled against the nurses during breakfast. 3 nurses have been wounded while others remained in the locked-in patients in the dining room. They have been threatened to kill 1 nurse every hour until they're released. Powers. Donut. Birch. Squat. Paddy wagon. Crime trap. Oh no, that one. Wait a minute. Wait, no, it's 3 matches. Wait a minute.
Got a situation here.
Reporters and onlookers have gathered around the building. The asylum patients are watching in a growing crowd at the windows of the 3rd floor. Call him negotiator. Call negotiator.
7 testing.
Muscles and harm. Revenge on her. Perfect. Okay, good. Perfect. Ours is 3 strikes. Passing up on that trap, Sam. Sorry. You got your 1,000. You know you don't have to do anything about it. Reckless endangerment, city center. A frightened woman phoned in and reported that 2 men dressed in armor were running around through the streets shouting, "Beware our stings!" They were chasing house fires and swinging their blades. They've not done yet any harm, but they're searching for Samadhi. God, I hope you can do it by yourself. I think you can. Samadhi's pretty competent. Yeah, 9 successful, 3 failures.
$4.15.
Sands need help. I'm not helping the Sands. Oh crap, I should have been actually helping the Fergus. Oh, I haven't been helping them. Civilians killed, offender escaped. Ouch. Oh yeah, that was the bird one over there, wasn't it? It was the blue. Okay, here, Fargus. Port warehouse. After Sand smashed all up our sports cars, Mr. Varga promised us new ones. Today, first to arrive at the port. We wanted to pick him up, but some asshole locked Tommy in his car. They picked it up in air with a crane. Tommy shouted, "He was gonna die." Twice. Bust. Also, I guess while I'm at it, can I hire the lady I wanted to hire? No, I can't. She's not. Okay. Jonathan Roth. I forgot what shift I wanted to put him in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus 1 is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put you in shift A. Oh, it's a rain.
Mutation in progress.
Clamayeria reports that suspicious people are constantly going in and out of the apartment next door. They're carrying big bags, making lots of noise, screaming, and his 3 sons can't concentrate anymore. Mr. Yuriev urges someone's got to show these bandits who's boss. I'm a bit concerned that I'm able to send in 5 cops for this. So, yeah. A bit concerned about it. Sand needs help at the port warehouse. A whole mob of Vargas people attacked a truck belonging to one of our companies. This truck is carrying some important cargo, kind only Mr. Sand and his deputies know about. The driver tried to call us. We lost connection. He's dead. He's got something. Not my fault. Picked a bad day. Loot found. Automatic weapons. Bring it back to the station. I'm assuming if you bring it back to the station, nothing really happens. I've noticed. It looks like you actually have to bring it to the Mafia for it. Yeah, I think you actually have to bring it to the Mafia if you want something significant out of it. No friends found. How hard could it be to find a biker that rammed into a church? Come on. I just need 1 more frame for that, too. Okay, we got a bunch of frames for this one, so we could probably figure this one out. We have 6 of them. Okay. So a dark-colored car comes in tearing through the corner. So those ones are, yeah, these ones are already off the bat. So, it has to be this one. It can't be this one. These ones I've eliminated. This is the red card. It's a dark colored car. Yeah, it'd be this one. These two? No, okay. Let me read through it. Not long before the crash, I kicked a couple of drunks out of my bar. They were having a fight with some regulars. Wait a minute. With a beard. Yeah, he had a beard. But this one also had a beard. They both had different beards, but they both have beards nonetheless. Did they mention anything about the man in the passenger seat? They're both in the passenger seat. Yeah, they're both in the passenger seat. He saw Climax thought that he was being followed. He said he saw the guy everywhere. He said it looked like someone had some problem with him at the library. So he was everywhere. He said he's drunk. He said they were drunk. So the bartender says he was drunk. I don't know about you, but bartender's word is a pretty good one. So we're gonna go switch these out. I'm gonna go do some guessing. Now, granted, it doesn't show the car itself in the final scene. So I'm gonna have to take some guesses here. I don't know how you can confuse a dark colored car for. He did say a dark colored car. He never said it was a black car. It just says dark colored, so it could be this, a dark red. So that means, therefore, it must be this. It must be this, and it must be this. Yeah! William Holden frequents the local bars. Repeated arrests for driving. For driving under the influence, aka DUIs. And I'm just gonna arrest the bastard. Anyways, and donut. Shouldn't be too hard. Hit and run, residential area. William's last known place of residence, but the information was just over 3 years old. Yeesh. Without a lead detective, there's a lower chance of success. Oh, I'm not timed for it. So, he's lead investigator. So let's let him go there and do his thing. And then let him come back. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Oh, arrested him. Case closed. 510. Moser's now the best one. Beat Beasley. Alright, end the day. 5-6. Still leading. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go with Shift B. I'm gonna go with the here up till newspapers. August 1st. Alright, here we go. Chief physician of St. John's Hospital accused of slander. Former mafia member bemoans City Hall corruption. Mayor declined service of spokesman. I speak for myself. More coming soon to Legend B89. Okay. Well, that's gonna be the stream for. Yeah, that's gonna be the stream for This Is the Police. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching, make sure to hit that little heart and go follow the Twitch stream. You can go down below. You can go into Discord and go join that and go do your shenanigans. It's a Discord server. You know what a Discord server is. Hopefully. You can go into the YouTube channel. You can go watch all the other archive streams. All the streams get archived there, including the first stream of This Is the Police, as well as a bunch of other stuff, as well as tips and points that you can go spend that you earn on the stream just by watching. Next stream is going to be tomorrow, since it's Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, it's going to be Cosmic as usual. Usual time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. As well as on YouTube, if you found these streams on YouTube, you can go subscribe, like, do all that stuff. I'm not your mom, or your dad, or your legal guardian. You know what to do. Come on. If you've been on the internet long enough to know how to do stuff on YouTube and how to do stuff on Discord, if you know what Twitch is and know how to look at a Twitch stream. Okay? Good. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. It's like the next time these newspapers come out, I should read them like an announcer voice. It's like, chief physician at St. John's Hospital accused of slander. Former mafia member bemoans City Hall corruption? Find out more. Find out more. Only at 7. Find out more at 7. Ba-da-da-do-do-do-do-do-do.